I'm gonna check out VS Sonic Friday Night Funkin' drama. Oh, no. Probably not. I've totally forgot about that. Let's see. So it's a mod. I don't see anything about the drama though. Tier 1 Opoki, Tier 1 Slippery, and the resub Duddy, and give sub Jack. And the resub Floppy. And the resub Skeleton. Hear about Justin Roiland? Yeah, I did. I saw. Hey, Meadow. I think the Tier 1 Bruce. And the resub Lover's Mage. And the resub Arcade. What happened? Well, you can read it on the screen. What do you mean, what happened? We'll talk about it in a bit. Thanks, the resub robot. And the Prime Mythical and Stargazer. Glad you like the new song. Yeah, it was a very silly one. Thanks, the resub. I hear about the cop that got fired for letting other cops run a train on her. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. There's not like a really interesting story there. Just one of the officers just let the department fuck her a lot, so they let her go. Thanks to Tier 1 Poyo King, and the resub Nick J Mundo, J Vampire, Pango, and 10 gift subs Mike. Thanks, Mike. Hope you had a good day. And the resub Demonic. Thanks, the resub Ninja. Hear about the new Scooby-Doo drink controversy? Scooby-Doo drink? Is it Tier 1 Courage? I am a little tired. I haven't gotten too much sleep recently. Thanks for the gift sub, Poyos. And getting up early. And Tier 1 Squid. And thanks to the resub, Fall and Booger. Have you heard of Rushdown Revolt? Mm-hmm. Thanks to the resub, Yokai. Thanks, Mike. And yeah, we are planning on doing more. I Everybody getting canceled. I would say it's not really canceling recently. It's just like crimes. Whether or not like all the crimes are 100% accurate, I guess can't say until the verdicts are in. But the only like canceling, I think, is probably the Logan Paul stuff. But he's like, that's still like a legitimate crime. He scammed so many people. Thanks to the resub. Grew and give sub overweight. The resub Rob, Brett, Rockstar, Deku, and Tier 1 Sandwich. Oh, yeah. I forgot Ari Aster has a new movie coming out. What is it? Bo's Afraid? And thanks to the resub Pooh and Daddy-O. And the 10 gift subs Bean. Thank you for the generosity, man. And the bits Meliodas. Yeah, I still haven't looked into that one yet, Camus. I need to see that. Thanks to the bits King and resub Toxic and gift sub Haza. Let me look something up. Okay. Exhibits Jake Jackson and the resub Kinpachi, Split, and Awesome. Yeah, that's an old story, Mike, but they recently got charged. We talked about it with the Seaman Cupcake couple. Can't comment on the first part, Kopi. There's the Prime Moon and the resub. Soren gives sub Stooge and Tier 1 Milo. Yeah, I saw the new Vinland Saga episode. It was good. Thanks to the Prime Deadly Trains. Did you write the lyrics for Filthy? Is that even a question you need to ask? You should listen to it and then immediately recognize that that is the dumbest shit that I would come up with. Yeah, of course. It was originally a lot grosser, but Troy said that it's probably too gross. The bits Kopi. Probably not tonight, Kopi, but in general, yeah. Thanks to resub Kimmy. And the Prime Harkar. Yeah, I've got the Justin Roiland stuff pulled up. I already saw it. Thanks to the Prime Lomels and the resub Odin. That would be huge, Aaron. That would be huge. Thanks to resub Biz. Any update on the crypto gambler scam? No, nothing too new on that front. I mean, there's not going to be anything crazy there, I don't think. He outed himself as a criminal. Like, it doesn't really get too much better from there. Thanks the resub. Ring, luck, and gift sub easy. And the resub emperor. Did I look into the valve leak? Maybe. Maybe I'll check that out.
I am so sorry for what your daddy passed down to you. But I wanted a child, the greatest gift of my life.
Hopefully this is more like Hereditary, less like Midsummer.
Hi, Carrot. It's Mom.
I'm
10
gift subs,
to say
Aimer.
that I'm
Thank you for that.
so excited to see you tomorrow. You're my angel, and I love you. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye, sweetie. I love you.
Are you at the airport?
I'm on my way. It's not safe, is it? What do you think I should do?
I'm sure you'll do the right thing, sweetheart.
This is more Midsummer like, it seems.
I hit you with my car.
What?
I know.
What?
There's the recent Jink, Stray, and Wax.
That's my little assistant health monitor. Feeling sad about going home, Bo?
This is Weekend at
Must feel
Bernie's.
totally unreal.
I'm supposed to be leaving.
Not even
I
close.
don't know if that's gonna happen.
You will walk many miles. Dozens will become hundreds. Hundreds will become thousands. Your adventures will continue for years and years.
As soon as you get home.
I know.
Very avant-garde. Yeah. I mean, this is as A24 as it gets.
Do you want the truth now?
Yeah, so this one's a totally different direction than the other two. This one seems more like a comedic adventure. Like a very abstract kind of mind-bending comedy kind of thing. I'll give it a whirl. Ari Aster's earned my respect with Hereditary, even though I wasn't a huge fan of Midsummer. There's a Prime Jones. And the resub Sand, Game, Chris, Colbson, Cactus, and the Bits J. Yeah, I made a whole video on that. I'm very up to date on the whole Wizards of the Coast fumbling. Very fucked up. Midsummer is unique though. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't really like it. It felt like it tried too hard, whereas Hereditary almost felt effortless, and it was just so good. Except the ending. I still really dislike the ending to Hereditary. They just went pure, generic, schlocky horror at the end, but everything else was masterfully done. Midsummer, I just didn't get into. There's the resub Akendos, Harp, Abigail, Sloppy, Plong, Slot, and the Bits Ashton. My thoughts on Vizipop. God, that name's so familiar. Are they the ones behind Has-Been Hotel? I think that's them, right? Yeah. Very talented. Thanks to the resub Peachy. And the Bits Grim. They give Sabine. Thanks, Grim. And the Tier 1 Kings. Oh, I didn't see what you said, Duncan. Do you agree with me about Midsummer? Usually you're on the opposite stance of something like artsy like that. Midsummer was weird for the sake of being weird. 90% of the things that happen 90% of things that happen add nothing except for being weird. There was 0 point in that sex scene. I don't think it was weird for the sake of weird. I just think it was trying very hard to be like unnervingly odd, but it missed the mark pretty much every time. That's basically Serbian film. I'm no fan of Midsummer, but I would never compare it to Serbian film. That movie is literally just designed to be shock for the sake of shock and nothing else. That's that movie with like the baby rape and shit. Yeah, I don't even know why you try and compare that to Midsummer. Not even close. Thanks, the resub slime. No, I don't think I saw that one, Milan. Thanks, the tier 1 Grez and the resub Lamary. And tier 1 huge. Justin Roiland did get arrested. Yes, I know. This was a surprise to most people, but apparently this is actually a case that's existed since 2020. And now he's been arrested for it. He was charged with domestic battery and false imprisonment in May 2020 after an incident with a woman he was dating, according to a criminal complaint. And I'd never heard of this till today, like most people. Thanks to the resub, San and someone else. False imprisonment, basically holding someone against their will. That's usually what that refers to. There's a criminal complaint which charges Roiland with 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, or deceit. It occurred January 19th, 2020 against an anonymous Jane Doe who was dating Roiland at the time. Initially pled not guilty to both charges in October, and there's now been more than a dozen hearings, including pretrial hearings. $50,000 bond. Yeah, it's not good. What was he known for? Rick and Morty is what most people know him for, but it actually extends beyond that. He's the guy who completely changed most people's entire sense of humor. So for a lot of shows and a lot of other like comedic writing, it all followed his formula of like over-explaining a joke to make it the joke. So like drawing it out, like really long like explanations, like High on Life, for example, his newest game. You're really gonna shoot that kid? Oh my god, you just shot that kid. Shooting kids is really bad, but you just shot that kid. I mean, I know most games don't let you shoot kids, but you just shot that kid. Wow, that's gonna scar us. Wow, I'm never gonna forget that image of you shooting that kid. So that became like kind of the trend. But I like Rick and Morty. I didn't like High on Life. So it's really hit or miss really for me. But yeah, he's been a big figure in really the mainstream humor of entertainment and properties. There's some Orange, Derek, Rigo, Dizzy, and Frebby. What about his other show, Solar Opposites? I only watched like 2 episodes. I didn't really like it. Thanks to Prime Nexus. And the resub Himiko. And give sub Frank. People talking like he died. Well, his career kind of does if he's found guilty. Because he is Rick and Morty. Like, without Justin Roiland, there is no Rick and Morty. So. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Rose. Thanks for that. And the resub D, and Bits Dog, and Sinchi, and Huge. You see Bill Clinton kid making fun of OnlyFans model? Oh, you talking about, God, what's his name? Matan, I think? Yeah, I saw that. And yeah, I know Periphery's got some new tracks out. Like the resub Soul. Insane. He sold NFTs. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, right here. Always like Dan Harmon more. Hey, that's totally fine. I did not. Dan Harmon is like a decent writer for jokes, but man, that guy cannot actually be humorous at all outside of like pen and paper. I watched God, it wasn't a podcast. I think it was just like a show he does from time to time. Fuck me, it was so hard to watch. Like, every time he tried to, like, make a joke, it just did not land. But he is a good writer. I do like Dan Harmon's writing, I agree. He's the Prime Yellow, Inexact, and the resub YK, and Insane. Oh, was it a podcast? Yeah, maybe it was just a podcast that also had a video element to it. I've seen all of them, dog. I'm pretty sure I've seen that one. Thanks for the resub, Billy. Do you think Rick and Morty will be canceled altogether if he's found guilty? No, it's too big of a cash cow. They'll just try and find someone to replace Justin Roiland if he's found guilty. Thanks to Tier 1 Rose. And that won't work. It'll just whittle away over time. Oh, I forgot to watch the episode of Velma. You're right. I did forget to watch that today. IGN gave it a 6 out of 10. Well, it's just one episode, right? Are they rating each episode? Oh wait, did they release the whole thing? They dropped 8 episodes? Ugh. What a goddamn headache. Let's see what IGN has to say about it.
Much has been said about Velma being the unsung hero of Mystery Inc., the Scooby-Doo sleuth who's never been given her chance to truly shine. But while it's true, the character in most of her iterations has typically played second fiddle to the rest of the cast, HBO Max's Velma proves exactly why the character, at least in this version, isn't ready for the spotlight.
A serial killer calling from inside
they don't
my
like
house?
it.
Yes, that's a classic, and that's my point. Why change anything when the classics all still work, right?
Mindy Kaling lends her voice to a version of
Thanks to
Velma
Reset
who's a
Topher
far
and
cry
Sublime.
from her original portrayal. Clocking in at 10 half-hour episodes, the first 8 of which were provided for review, this animated prequel is full of raunchy laughs and some funny story beats.
Oh,
but its
yikes.
insistence on reinventing
Hey,
Velma
maybe it's better
as a
than the trailer.
sarcastic, self-loathing outsider prevents it from becoming the genre-disrupting adult comedy it aspires to be.
The only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies.
Instead, it feels like a biting, hateful version of Daria without the character growth. This notably Scooby-Doo
I don't even know who
series
that is.
follows teen Velma Dinkley as she attends Crystal Cove High School while a serial killer is on the loose. Their target?
Is it Reset McDougal?
Attractive girls.
Hydrin and
When
Jacob.
Velma is accused of a murder she didn't commit, she tackles the case to clear her name. The only problem? She has a mystery of her own that needs solving: the disappearance of her mother. In this animated series, Velma isn't just a spunky, sarcastic teen who wants to fight the patriarchy and solve mysteries. She's also kind of a jerk.
Wait, you're inside my house!
When she isn't complaining or putting someone down, she's a veritable quip machine who never runs out of sardonic remarks.
All right,
that
what do they
never
give
feel
it?
funny, is completely unrelated to
You said
the
a 6? Yeah,
character's
they give it a
namesake.
6. You're right.
Or at least a version of her with a bit more character growth.
I'll still give it a chance. I think, based on the trailer, 6 sounds very generous. I'm gonna try. I'll give it a whirl. There's a tier 1 happy. Yeah, I saw that one, George. And the resub proper. Can't be worse than She-Hulk. Yeah, it's kind of like what I'm thinking. I don't think it'll be more boring or more awful than She-Hulk. But we'll see. We will see. Thanks to the resub Bin, Uwe Bowl, and Dinkle. Who's this for? That's what I said yesterday. We already went over everything Velma related from the trailer. No need to just repeat myself. I just wanted to see what IGN gave it. I need to remember to watch it, since it's out now. I think the resub Declan, KDA, and Aquatic. Yeah, no, I don't even know what Daria is. Yeah, we already announced the roster on Twitter, dog. But it's a decision he wanted to make, so wishing him the best. Yeah, Last of Us has incredible scores right now. It's not out yet, though. The Brazil motorcycle police chase. The last one you recommended was Toss Man. Is this one Toss as well? I also just don't know if I want to watch a Brazil motorcycle police chase that usually ends in a shootout. I've seen so many of those videos on Reddit over the last couple months. Thanks to tier 1 thigh. Oh, high highs. They give sub Rose and resub Gatio. Thanks to the resub Dongus. Check out. Oh, I know what that is. Yeah, we already did that. Michael Bay was charged with killing a pigeon. What? I'm surprised that's the only thing he's killed on one of his sets with all those explosions and shit. Maybe that's just the only thing they know about. Have I seen CryptoZoo's tweet? No, I'll take a peek though. Why not? Is it this one? Yeah, this is the one. Nope, this is a different CryptoZoo. Jesus Christ. Another big fucking problem with the entire crypto space. They all have the exact same goddamn names that they steal from each other, hoping to get a couple stragglers that aren't sure which one's the real project. Which one's CryptoZoo's real Twitter? What's it called again? Looks like no one really knows. It's CryptoZoo CO. That didn't come up. Oh, here it is. Attention zookeepers, unlist your base eggs and base animals from market.cryptozoo as we prepare for the next steps of CryptoZoo. Cool. Thanks to the bits Bruce and the resub Leon Prime Drody. Probably Bruce. Next step, complete shutdown and full refunds. For CryptoZoo, yeah, here's hoping. We'll see. That would be good news, but not sure Logan's gonna go through with that. Thanks to the gift sub Polo, or Poyo. Thanks to resub Vados. You see the meltdown over the new M&Ms? I didn't see the meltdown, but I don't understand at all what M&Ms is even doing. I saw they're doing like a, what is it? The all-women super team power pack of M&Ms or something? Like you just make candy. I don't understand the point. And then they had like the whole desexifying M&Ms. Like it's so fucking weird. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? I saw it like 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, this isn't the same one, but here. I guess this is the same story. But then I saw they put out like a statement about it. about like what M&Ms are supposed to mean in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have that there. Or maybe it wasn't even really their statement. Who knows? But yeah, I still just don't get it. Purple, the spokes candy, is a purple peanut M&M. According to the brand, she is a singer who forgoes high heels for lace-up boots. Has a quirky, confident personality. It's fucking M&Ms. You don't even have like a cinematic universe or anything. You just make candy. What do you mean? You tell me the purple M&M is a fucking singer, and every time I take a bite, I'm murdering? Like, come on. At least like make a TV show out of them instead of just your commercials. Then that'd be excusable, giving them like lore and shit. Just weird. It's just so fucking weird. Didn't they try that? No, they had a short. They made like a single short. I know what you're talking about. It used to air at movie theaters back in shit, early 2010s maybe. Thanks, Resub JJ. Gilded, Trouble, Tomato, and they give Sub Riot and Tier 1 Catherine. Well, the purple M&M's new. They're building the MCU of candy. Oh, that'd be huge. But like, I don't even understand what this means. The M&M brand is on a mission to use the power of fun to create purposeful connections as we work to create a world where everyone feels they belong. In what way? You just make candy and nothing else. The only thing you're doing is like making money off candy. Now, if there was like an M&M animal shelter or something, they could make the claim like, through the purchase of the candy, we're directly trying to improve the lives of animals everywhere or something. But they don't have anything else besides the fucking candy. They don't have like a support group or anything. It's just fucking chocolate. It's just a distraction from the child slave lawsuit Mars is under. I didn't even know about that. If that's the plan, it's worked really well. Thanks to the bits blame and the resub Sunny. No, I've never even heard of that blame. Thanks to the resub Poopus. Remember when Tucker Carlson said M&Ms weren't sexy enough? I will say, all of the marketing M&M cringe, all of that, super silly, but I am grateful for it because of that clip of Tucker Carlson being like, look at this M&M. She used to be sexy. Look at those boots. Sexy. Like, going over, like, wanting to fuck the M&M, and then he's like, and now look at her. Tomboy. Unappealing. The opposite of sexy. Wouldn't even have a drink with her. That was a great clip. That shit went hard. But yeah, this shit is so fucking cringe. Thanks to the resub Popcorn and Lolpo and Shaq, Cam and Prime Cow. Tucker just did another segment on this last night. My god, he's like a furry, but only for M&Ms. Really? Already? Oh, wrong one. Tucker just wants the M&Ms to be sexy again. Well, it doesn't look like he's talked about this yet. I am excited to see his take on it, though. Now there's a new M&M on the block. Would Tucker Carlson have a drink with this one? Oh, it's on Twitter. Oh, I remember this. This every time you look up Tucker Carlson, it's the picture with the giant anime titties. I don't see anything about him talking about this new power package of M&Ms. That's a meme. Exit tier 1 Olivia, tier 1 time, and the prime Dickory, and resub Albino. You playing WoW tonight? Not tonight. If you literally just search M&Ms, it's the first thing. Oh, I just typed in Tucker Carlson. I thought it'd be the first thing for him. Here, I'll try that.
It's back, but apparently...
Is this new? Is this not just like an old clip with the new stuff next to it? Let's see. Somehow I just got a completely different result here. How the fuck is that possible? I just copy and pasted it. Which pedo getting caught? Are you talking about the one that ended up crashing his car 3 times? Yeah, one of those vigilante pedophile hunters confronted one that was apparently tweaking on meth, and the guy freaked out so hard he crashed his car like 3 fucking times in the parking lot. That went hard. That one was crazy. Here, I'll just go directly to it. So this is new?
The green M&M got her boots back, but apparently is now a lesbian, maybe? And there's also a plus-sized, obese purple M&M. So we're going to cover that, of course, because that's what we do. Woke M&Ms.
Wait, what? Hey, that's a dub for all men everywhere, though. Green M&M got those sexy boots back. Now we can take it for a drink. But is the purple one supposed to be obese? Because that's... Isn't this just... This is what peanut M&Ms look like. It's not really an obese M&M. The whole personality document they released for this garbage is about her being quirky, confident, and a singer. Nothing about being obese. Has Tucker never had a peanut M&M? How is this real? Hey, I don't know too much about Tucker Carlson aside from like, I think he was preaching for the perineum. No, was Tucker Carlson the asshole bleaching guy? But aside from that, I really only know him from the M&M stuff and the giant anime titties. Yeah, what do they call it? Perineum sunning? Perineum tanning or some shit? And you're supposed to, like, put your legs over your head and face your butthole towards the sun? Wasn't that him? Or am I getting him confused with someone else? That was him? Okay. Why don't I just double check? Because that was cool. He released, like, a whole documentary on it, didn't he? Let's see. Yeah. In 2022. Tan your balls if you want to be a real man. But it's all about perineum. It's more like taint bleaching, actually. Not necessarily butthole. Though, of course, if you've got your brown balloon not facing the sun, it's going to get tanned as well. I thought that was him. But why? I don't know, man. I guess you just don't want a pasty taint. Maybe Tucker Carlson's a fan of the old analingus and he wants to make sure his partner's got a good sight. I don't know. How the fuck am I supposed to know why he'd want to have a sun-bleached taint? Thanks the resub squared. Wet, Gary, October, Janali, Roger, and the Prime Warrior. Resub Deasley, Salty, and the Bits Dogs. Yeah, Puss in Boots was amazing. That was fantastic. You seen Velma yet? Nah, I'm gonna watch a couple episodes tomorrow. I think there's a 0% chance I actually finish it. But god damn it, I'm gonna give it a try. Thanks, resub Tidleon. In your new music video, why do you have an upside down cross? Because it was supposed to be like the grimiest shit ever. There's also a bunch of like random witch talk scribblings on the wall. It seems a lot of people like got upset at that. It's like the most generic thing ever. It was just a little glow in the dark paint and thought it'd be goofy. I don't know why people are so sensitive about that. Everything else is fine, but I guess the upside down crucifix as like the most generic silly thing ever was a little too far. Which I didn't expect. Christians don't like those stuff. Yeah, but it's not like I'm making a statement. The whole thing was about like the most out of this world trip. There's the Prime. Just us. And the Tier 1 Professor. And the resub Pokebrawl and Prime Dwan. And Tier 1 Achilles. Some people think it holds spiritual power so it's real to them. They get legit spooked by it, to be fair. Do they get afraid when they see it in a horror movie? Because it's the same thing. It was just used as a goofy prop. Like the message may have been a little too subtle, but it was all about the most unhinged, goofy trip imaginable. With the dumbest lyrics I could cook up. Thanks to the tier 2 digital. Thank you for that, digital. And the resub Halo. And the Pits Camus, yeah, maybe. Inspiration for the music video? Literally nothing. I've been really into like that genre of music, and I started just coming up with really awful lines, and then I pitched Troy on a song like that, and he thought it was fun. There wasn't really like an inspiration behind it. Like the lyrics aren't exactly inspired. I mean, Jesus Christ, like from the opening line, I think that should be clear. Grimy, pussy, slimy, like a hemorrhoid in my hiney. Like, where do you think that inspiration came from? Thanks to the bits Flex, Jack, and the Give Sub Spice. One day I'll release the Snyder Cut. I had so many awful fucking lines for that, but Troy held me back. He said it's a little far, so we took quite a few of them out. I had some bangers in there though. They were fucking good. Drop one now. Nah, one day. One day. Thanks to the bits digital. We'll get the extended director's cut one day. Thanks to the bits Dobbin. You hear about the pigeon that got detained in Canada for carrying a backpack of meth. It's about time they got that felon off the streets. Jesus Christ. That pigeon's been at it for too long. Thanks to Risa Brulix. Thanks to Prime Jim. Yeah, I watched Vinland Saga. Very good. I'm excited. Oh no, it wasn't at you. I was just saying I saw quite a few people saying that same thing as you. I wasn't saying that you were the one getting upset about it or anything. Thanks to the resub, Ramon. Thanks to the resub name. What's the plan tonight? No plan tonight. We'll figure something out. The Prime Ziaseek. You see the Valve situation? Oh yeah, someone wanted me to look up the Valve leaks. I'm just gonna look it up on YouTube to get like a general breakdown to see what's going on. Is this clickbait or is this actually what the leaks are, that they're toying around with the idea of shutting down TF2?
Good evening. Yesterday, something pretty insane happened that's both very exciting and also immensely depressing. Team Fortress 2's entire developer repo leaked. Now, what does this mean?
I'm just shocked there's developers still there.
Basically, if you were making a game on Valve's Source Engine, you might make a deal with Valve to get access to their developer repo. This gives you a drive of files from many of their games' development history for you to reference and use when creating your own game. These have been scrubbed of super sensitive files in the past due to small leaks, so they don't contain absolutely everything. But they do contain the majority of files made during these games' developments. And this week, TF2 is leaked.
I wanted to read that real quick. It's crazy how TF2 is just a gift that keeps on giving when it comes to leaks. I feel like once a year, at very least, there is some kind of huge security flaw, some kind of massive exploit that ruins the whole market in the game. Just something big when it comes to lack of any level of security protocols.
Actually, not only TF2, but nearly every Source Engine Valve game had their repo dumped. Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike Source, Day of Defeat Source, even Half-Life 2 Deathmatch. What does this mean for Valve? Well, they're probably going to tighten security, they might not let people license their games ever again, and if they weren't a privately owned company, their stocks would probably be plummeting right now. Because this might be the biggest leak they've suffered since Half-Life 2's source code got posted online in 2003. I'm hoping they don't go code red and start targeting people sharing the files or, God forbid, YouTubers reporting on them. Thankfully for them though, this repo leak didn't include the files for CSGO, Portal 2, or Left 4 Dead 2, which would have made things even more catastrophic as those files probably include stuff from Half-Life 3. Now, what does this leak mean for the future of TF2?
Well, also, what does it mean on a bigger scale? So, as I understand it, it's their big cash cow games are still fine. It's really like their older games, or games that Valve doesn't give a fuck about anymore, clearly. So how would this be such a huge hit to Valve itself? Like, they probably leaked it themselves just because they don't care. Like, when was the last time Valve even talked about TF2 besides, like, the massive Save TF2 movement and they were kind of forced into doing something? Doesn't hurt them at all. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. So kind of getting mixed reports here. Well, let's see what it means for TF2 in particular. Because I imagine TF2, out of all the games listed, is kind of like the only one that would really probably suffer from it, because there is still a community there.
Well, it means that the community now has access to nearly every single piece of official TF2 content ever made. Basically, no stones left unturned. So, unless you're so huffed up on copium you still think that another major TF2 update or even TF3 is coming, it would appear that this is probably the last significant drop of Valve-made TF content you or I might ever see. Which is very saddening. We've truly reached the bottom of the barrel and now have nearly every piece of official TF2 content ever prototyped. And there's not any more on the way. Once the nerds of the Valve community who spend hours obsessing over wall...
I see why the TF2 community would get very upset after these leaks, because it confirms that Valve truly, legitimately has given absolutely no care to TF2 in years. Haven't even thought about it and have added nothing. I see why that's depressing. Thanks to the resub. Take down Doc and Spice and Dragon in the tier 1 swag and the resub Red Eye. That's not true, they made hats. Have they even made hats in like the last, 3 years? When was the last time they even dropped anything meaningful in the game, even from like a microtransaction perspective? Thanks to the resub Thick, Vicky, and the Bits Digital. They just steal community content, and the community is the one making the hats.
All textures finished digesting and restoring the contents of this leak? It's over. Now, it's not all bad, because of course these files include a ton of really cool shit, and it'd be foolish not to expect them to spur in a new wave of interesting TF2 fan content. So that should be fun to see. It's also going to take a long time for people to wrap their heads around everything in this leak, since it's about 60 gigabytes and includes basically every file made for the game
only a
between
little bit more than
2007 and
AMOC runner.
2015. But here's some of the most interesting things people have found so far. We have files from the Cut VIP mode, including multiple versions of Hunted, a map based on surface tension from Half-Life 1. We have files for an official rocket jump map and unreleased tutorial levels for the Soldier. We have the early versions of Powerhouse and Mercenary Park from before 2011. We have model versions of basically every backpack item render, like the refined metal and stuff.
So they have some cool little things to
raid
check
game
out.
mode that I think evolved into MVM, and a ton of bizarre assets for it, like the Knight and this big-ass sentry thing.
Okay. So the title's not inaccurate. The leaks kind of confirm Valve is never touching TF2 again. But the leaks themselves aren't what killed the game. It just finally confirmed what everyone's already known. Valve does not care about TF2. Got it. I see now. I see what this all means. But at least it was a good send-off. You get to look at some prototype maps and what could have beens. A little bittersweet. Were you thinking of having a Moist Esports team for Ascension Valorant like Toasted? I was watching that. Yeah, I've been keeping up, but for Moist Esports, probably not. When we get into a game, we usually go for like the just big stage right away, swing for the fences, as opposed to building it up over time. But I really have been enjoying watching Toast today. I was watching a little bit before stream because he was doing the watch party for them versus Oxygen. So I hope his team makes it to the big stage. But with the franchising, I feel like, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but with franchising, even if you do win out through Ascension and everything, you can still just not make it to the actual big stage because of franchising. They can just say no, right? Or is there a clause in here where it's like, no, if you actually win, you're in with the franchising model? No, exactly that. They made it to Challengers 10 minutes ago. They beat Oxygen. So now what does that mean going forward? Let me see. Let me look it up. Okay, this is too new for anything real time. Unlucky. Okay. So then someone break it down for me. So they win, they make it to Challengers, but it's franchised. Like the big stage is franchised. So can't Riot just come in and say, we don't really like this guy's toast. He's a little not brand friendly for us. We also didn't like when he was on Facebook Gaming. So you're not allowed. Can't they do that? Because that's what they did to shit like 4 other tier 1 esports orgs with the franchising model. Yeah, they can still do that. See, that's a bunch of fucking baloney. God damn it, I'm not clicking the 4th vid. Learn how to shut off your own valve. Did you watch the hatchet-wielding hitchhiker doc? No, but you're talking about Kai. I know pretty much that whole story. And I did know they made like a little documentary on it. I just haven't watched it. CSGO is franchising basically, but there are ways to qualify to the top lands. Valorant should be that way. Honestly, Valorant should have just taken CSGO's entire structure. CSGO's structure, I think, is fantastic. From like a spectator perspective, even as well as just like esports in general, I just think it's super hype. I think it's really well constructed. And you know why it works well? Because Valve had no hand in its structure, really. So the community ended up making something that works really well. They're basically doing that with Val? No. Unless they have completely changed since the last time I gave a fuck to tune in, they are on a franchising model. You guys don't remember when they kicked out, or rather, they didn't allow G2, you know, why don't we just get the list? Here. September 2022. So they didn't allow G2, Optic, TSM, XSET, 100 Thieves. Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. No. Not 100 Thieves is there, sorry. I immediately crossed wires because this article is written poorly. Just give me the whole list. Optic, G2, TSM, FaZe, XSET. Why are these all written in goddamn riddles? Just give me who's in and who's not. Fuck, I just wanted the list. Now this website's not even loading. Good lord, whatever. There was a ton of tier 1 massive esports orgs that didn't make the franchising cut for some fucking reason. Just because Riot didn't like the cut of their jib. Franchising model fucking sucks. They kicked out Optic after they finished first, second, and third during all 3 majors that year and ruined the Optic vs Loud rivalry. Yep. They did. And yep, I know all about Daniel Larson. Thanks to the Prime. Mayhem. Thanks to the Prime. Jalon. The 5 NA teams are G2, Sin, EG, NRG, C9. Nope, you've got some outdated info. G2 is not in. They kicked them out because of Carlos. Ascension, which is just as hype as the T1 scene. We can argue if it's just as hype or not, but you still can't argue that it is the big stage. That is reserved for the hand-picked franchise orgs that Riot deems brand-friendly enough and in line with their own rules and morals and whatever. Bunch of dog shit. What do they do to Velma? Man, what the fuck do you mean, what do they do to Velma? This is the Scooby-Doo that you know and love. The one without Scooby-Doo. Did you watch RT Game? Yeah, of course I watched RT Game's video about the YouTube situation. You hear Ezra? Did you hear Ezra Miller is pleading guilty? Yeah, and also receiving a $500 fine for everything. Is that accurate? This is a good thing to look into because I only saw a bit of this earlier. Is that real? After all of the shit that Ezra was charged with, getting slapped with only a $500 fine? Here, what's a good source here, if there is any? Whatever, I'm just gonna do Deadline, fuck it. So cut the plea deal. Under the count 3 of trespassing, Miller would be forced to pay a penalty of $692. Vermont's penalty for such a crime is to be imprisoned not more than 3 months or fined not more than $500 or both. Miller's base fine comes with a surcharge of $192. God, Jesus Christ. Thanks for 5 gift subs, Huck. Appreciate it. The resubs, Solo Cup, Jingle Bug, Nelms, and the Prime Cake Man. I don't get why people are upset about the new Monsters Inc. / Scooby-Doo. Well, it's not Scooby-Doo, it's Velma. There is no Scooby-Doo. They proudly said they didn't want Scooby-Doo in it. But aside from everything that's obviously different from Velma and Scooby-Doo, the writing's just shit from the trailer. I'll watch the actual show to judge it, like, properly, but man, the trailer is unwatchably awful. Every joke is such trash. Thanks the Prime. Nolenberg and Sage. Yep, we talked about that, Fate. And the Prime, Salty and Leon. Is this the guy that think himself Messiah? What? I have no fucking clue. Oh, you're thinking of Jared Leto? Oh, yeah, Jared Leto's the one with, like, that weird cult and all that. You gonna watch the Mario movie? Mm-hmm. YouTuber spends 200K on shoes. The fuck kind of pair of shoes goes for 200K? Does it come up if I just looked at this? Millionaire spends 100 grand on shoe shopping spree. French Montana spends 200K on Louis Vuitton sneakers. Being in high fashion is just printing money. If you can just get a name like Louis Vuitton, you can release legitimately everything and make millions off the drop. Let me see these shoes. If this doesn't come like with fully plated infinity stones and a lap dance, it's not worth it.
Man got these. 200, man. 100,000 is too selfish. You know what I mean? No, that's exclusive. Shit coming to gun? Should, right? Fact.
Unreal. Exhibits drop. I think it's the Resub Dalton. Money laundering for sure. I just don't think so anymore. Not for like artists and all that. I really think it's just like a status thing. Like once you get to a certain level of success, you have to blow it all on the most worthless shit, like shoes that look like, I don't know, grandpa's old loafers. And they're just like brainwashed into thinking that. It's like buying stupid art. Well, art is money laundering though. That one's like legitimately money laundering. Like that one like is confirmed, no conspiracy, just actual money laundering. There's the resub, Livewire, Sailor, and the Bits Game God. I did see that update, Game God. There's the resub rotten. There's a new vid of DJ Khaled eating McDonald's. I love DJ Khaled, but that sounds like a really boring video even for DJ Khaled. You know what? I will look it up. I'm going to take a guess at exactly what happens. He's going to be eating a Big Mac, his side of fries. He's going to have a little ketchup packet. It's going to be on the tray. And he's going to try and use it as an inspirational, motivational thing. He's going to be like, they ain't believing us. God did. 100%, I know exactly what's coming. That's every single one of his videos where it's just DJ Khaled sitting down doing nothing.
Ain't nothing like
Damn.
McDonald's French fries.
Not on a tray. Was wrong. Big Mac?
Hello. McDonald's filet of fish.
Who eats the filet of fish? He is truly an enigma. He is on a different plane. He ordered a filet of fish on purpose.
Ain't a movie night. Get back to the McDonald's though. Nah. It's unbelievable.
Damn, he looks hammered. Holy shit. He didn't even say God did. Okay, he was on a different level of drunk. That was not fair to me. Not fair. If he was sober, you bet your ass there would have been a God did, and you bet your ass that wouldn't have been a filet of fish. Those were the perks? Nah. DJ Khaled doesn't strike me as a perk kind of guy. I think he just had like a big night out drinking or something. Could be wrong. Maybe DJ Khaled dabbles in the perks. Thanks to the resub rifle, Squeesha, and the Prime Claymore, and the resub 10 piece. Yeah, of course I saw him get the golf cart stuck. Thanks to resub Cinder. And the resub Buggy. Did the winner already sleep in his shoe closet? I don't know, because those goddamn idiots didn't even post about it. They won a chance to sleep in DJ Khaled's shoe closet, and I didn't see anything from them. If I had won that, I wouldn't have shut the fuck up about it. I would have been camping out in his shoe closet. He would have had to forcefully remove me from the premises. It would have been a holdup in there. Thanks to the Prime Sheep and the resub Cook in Parallel. Oh, nice, Waiter. Okay, so that's how that format works. Thanks to the Prime Dextra. What's next for Moist Esports? Do you mean what's our next tournament or what's our next big move? Next tournament is January 20th, Genesis, so that's Smash. Then we have the RLCS starting up again pretty soon. I don't remember what date. And then in February we have Moist Esports at the Apex LAN Major. And as for big moves, I won't leak anything, but a couple big ones around the corner. Have you watched Alice in Borderland? I really liked Alice in Borderland. I had a lot of fun watching that. It's very unapologetically anime tropey. It's live action, but it still fully indulges all the anime tropes, but I think it does it well. In a way where it's like self-aware cringe almost sometimes. I really liked Alice in Borderland. I know season 2's out. I finished it. I've watched the whole show. Have you watched the new Puss in Boots? Yes, man. It was very good. I liked it a lot. What did I think of the ending for Alice in Borderland? I thought it was good. I didn't have any major complaints about it, to be honest. I won't spoil anything, so I won't talk about it, but I liked it. Thanks, Resub Marty. Thanks to the bitch bleeding. I did not see any new UFO reports released. Was there a big dump of UFO information? That sounds pretty hype. Check Vice's Instagram. Why? What am I looking for? Let me see. Is this where the UFOs are at? No, it's just more Tate stuff. Oh, is this that audio you were talking about? I'll look at all this later, I guess. I thought this was the UFO shit. It's crazy. It's wild. Yeah, I'll have to take a peek. Thanks to the bits, Posh. Have I seen Ubisoft's stock? No. Why? Is it crazy? Let's see. Why doesn't it go? Oh, there we go. Hey, pretty good 5 years here. Down 73% in 5 years. That's the direction you want to be trending. That's that NFT kind of pivot. All right. But they're starting to recover. Look, they're up almost a whole % today. So what's causing this? Bad games? The sexual harassment stuff that they also got embroiled in? What's the cause? They canceled 3 games and delayed Skull and Bones for the 6th time. What games did they cancel? Thanks to Tier 1 TJ, Tier 1 Biz, and the gift sub Dino, and the resub Guap, Lizard, Rowdy, and Burger. There was 3 unnamed games. Wrong stock, check UBI. Is this not the right one? Ubisoft Entertainment, ADR, okay. Much better over here. Oh. Oh. They're doing a little better. Only 70% down in the last 5 years. It's the same one. No, I don't know. Maybe it is. It could be. I don't think it is, though. I don't see how they'd be getting different numbers, even though this one is in euros. The percentage would still stay the same. Buy the dip. They had what happened here? Holy Lord. What a big kerplunk. Jesus. By all means, Posh. He's a prime perpetual Greg and the resub Shadosis. And welcome Toxiglass. Isn't the entire market down? I don't know. I'm not in the stock market. Couldn't tell you. What's another publicly traded game dev? Let's see. Let's compare them to some other devs. Look at EA. Oh. Well, EA is doing pretty well. Over the last year, only down 3% overall, but year to date, they're on the up and up. That's FIFA for you. They are solely making that money off FIFA, I imagine, at this point. Now here's the related stocks right here. Microsoft, Sony, both up. Nintendo just moderately down. Whereas Ubisoft, 14%. Check Activision Blizzard. Only moderately down as well. Even very minor. But they haven't had a good week. But to be fair though, the movement's still not too crazy. They've had a good month. They've had a good 6 months. They've had a decent year to date. It really seems like it's just a Ubisoft thing. You know what? Here's one. How about Square Enix? What the fuck am I... What is this? This looks fake. What? What kind of baloney? Hey, in what universe is Square Enix up? All their games have been fucking flopping. Like Babylon's Fall. And they recently released that report where it's like, no, NFTs aren't coming. We really believe in like the metaverse and Web3. We're gonna fucking shove it down your throat. How are they up? Is Final Fantasy XIV really that much of a workhorse for them? Like, I know it's super popular and all that, but is it really enough to carry their whole goddamn company? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. Thanks, Resub Fun Guy in the Prime Halo. And the Resub Jacko. Oh yeah, I already talked about that, Posh. Yeah, we saw that in Breaking Bad. Thanks, a Prime Mace. Year to date's only the past 12 days. Oh, true, wait, you're right. But yeah, we're in 6 months though. But yeah, you're right. Year to date would literally only be 12 days. That makes sense now. I get it. Good point. He's the resub Travie Patty. But yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is a crazy cash cow for Square. It's like 25% of their revenue. Man. I mean, it's apparently very good too. So, good for them. Alright, give me 2 seconds. I want to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Thanks the Prime Bravo. I'm back. Thanks for resub exiled. Thanks to the resub alcoholic. Am I gonna play the new One Piece game? If it's not a mobile game, yeah. It's out today on Steam. Okay, let me see it. The fuck is this? Train Life? How many train simulators are there? Oh, it's right here. There's the resub Churro, Holy Cow, and Alcoholic.
みんな、もう一度だ。ここってアラバスタか？たとえここが思い出の中でも誰も死んでほしくないの。俺たちの命くらい一緒にかけてみろ。
I recognize a lot of this. A lot of that was very early.
あなたたちには決して屈しない。
And now I recognize nothing.
部下じゃねえ。仲間だ。あいつらがいてくれるから。
What's the gameplay like?
少しメリ乗りたい。
自分。
仲間。
Show me some fucking gameplay.
俺だ。うまいめ。のまだでも。
What are you hiding? Just show me what the game plays like. Why am I getting the same trailer 15 times over? It's a turn-based RPG. Well, it doesn't matter. I want to see what it looks like.
Beyond imagination.
Not a single bit of gameplay.
One Piece Odyssey.
Crazy. Okay, how about this?
The Straw Hats find themselves caught up in a bleeding or poison, but then you also have some unique weaknesses that are very One Piece. For instance, being a male makes you weak against this particular attack from Robin. Ouch. And being a fool makes Usopp's attacks a lot more useful. And yes, Sanji cannot attack women once again. It doesn't happen too often, so don't worry. On top of that, you have bond attacks, where the Straw Hats will group up for a powerful attack. This uses a different meter that you can build up whenever you assist your crewmates, either by healing, buffing, or jumping into their area to protect them.
I don't think I'm into One Piece enough to really enjoy that. Unless it's like a really good RPG. Thanks a resub. Tasuki. That's huge, Kidway. You have to watch the show to unlock gameplay. Oh my god, wait. How good is the game at getting across the story? Could I substitute watching the show for just playing the game and watching its cutscenes? Because I am so fucking tired of Skypiea. No, it's its own story. Son of a bitch. God, this shit is so boring. There's a Skypiea movie that covers the big parts. Maybe I'll just do that then. That sounds much better. You gonna play it? No. I don't think turn-based RPGs are super fun to watch on stream, unfortunately. Even though I am a fan of turn-based. Most people aren't. Thanks for resub thick. you play WoW on stream. That's like the exact opposite of turn-based, though. There's a million things happening every second, like legitimately every second. I don't understand how you can even compare that to turn-based. You can call it boring, but it is far from slow. Oh, you're just comparing it to both being boring? Gotcha. Yeah, but I like WoW. Thanks, the resub secretive. Thanks, the resub Todd, man. Yakuza is one of the more enjoyable to watch. You talking about Like a Dragon for turn-based? Are you seeing the third video the TikTok giant guy posted where he scares off the CIA car outside his house? God, that was adorable, yeah. People legitimately believe everything. It's so good. He just had his friend in his car outside and he's like, I'm being spied on by the CIA. I'll get out of here, CIA! And then the car drives off. It's so good. Here's the resub. Salaj and Quan. That's a pretty wild game, Phallic. Thanks the resub, Jake. What did you have to say about Justin Roiland? You make it sound like I'm his agent. I said, yikes. I said, that's no good. I said, patooey. Gross. Thanks, resub Jake, and the gift sub drunk. The guy is actually dead, though, from mysterious causes. The only source I've seen on that is people saying since he hasn't posted for a long time, he must be dead. And also, like, a vague article talking about someone who passed away that, as far as I can see, wasn't even the same guy. Why don't I look at it now, though? His name was Andrew Dawson, right? Let's see. I'm just reading through an article here. Okay, so the guy actually did pass away, apparently. There was an obituary that was posted on, I don't know what this is, Campbell River Mirror? I don't know what that is. I haven't a clue what that is. Seems like anyone can write that, though. This isn't like an official thing. Looks like right now I could write something for someone. But yeah, even still, if he truly did pass away, I don't see a world where it's the CIA killing him because he filmed the giant on the top of a mountain. That'd be quite the play. Tower. No, don't even bring up the tower. That was all a government psyop. They built that tower after he posted the video of the giant in order to cover their tracks. Do you do no research? Unbelievable. Thanks the Prime Draft. Let me see what this website is. Campbell River Mirror. So this is like a local news, local community news thing. Thanks, Resub Catman. Have you seen the Tennessee officer scandal? I'm talking about the one that got fucked by the whole department or whatever? Yeah. Thanks, Resub Timestamp and Divot. And tier 1 5-star. Have you seen the Kotaku article complaining that Final Fantasy 16 is too white? That I haven't seen it, but that sounds like some Kotaku shit. What? Final Fantasy 16 dev has a terrible answer for why the game is so white. He's the Prime Beastie. ChatGPT added again. That does sound like ChatGPT. Thanks to the Prime Eaton and the resub lock. No, it's on their website. I'm reading it on Kotaku, but I'm sure ChatGPT probably had a hand in it. It's the resub purple. He's in the GTA RP streamer who went on a racist rant and then scrubbed the entire internet of her presence, yeah. That was some big damage control. Took out her Twitter, Clips channel, everything. One of the comments was like right on the nose. She literally got one guide into her losing her whole career. I don't even know what sparked it, like, because the context is gone now. But she was like going in on a chatter and then just ended up just making it racist for no reason. And then just deleted all her shit. Is the resub chilled? I still check in on Cooking with Jack occasionally just to see what he's up to. Racism against whites isn't real, but if it was, she got close to it. Oh man, we're not gonna dive into this Twitter brain rot debate, are we? Why can't we just do a blanket statement of hating people for the color of their skin, regardless of what the color is a bad thing, instead of trying to like redefine the word racism? Can we just all agree that hating someone because of the color of their skin is bad? Why can't we just meet at like the most common sense level? Thanks to Resub Moon and the Prime Boy. Thanks to the Resub Jet Plane and the Bits of Bungie. Have you seen the crazy drama unfolding on our gaming circle jerk about the new Harry Potter game? I saw a little bit of it. I don't know what's real and what's ironically posted there, though, so I don't know if it's like real drama or just like a joke thing. It's really hard to say. It's a subreddit. It's called Gaming Circle Jerk. So I don't know what's real and what's not there, to be honest, so I couldn't tell you. This is the Bits Fate. I know, Last of Us is getting glowing reviews. I'll be cautiously optimistic even though the showrunners keep doing their best to make me not excited. Ooh, thank you for the 10 gift subs, Dong. Appreciate the generosity, man. Thank you for that. Have you seen the guy who buys Harry Potter books and scrubs J.K. Rowling's name from them and resells them? Actually a genius hustle. But I don't see who the audience would be. Because you'd still be supporting J.K. Rowling even with her name taken off of the book. Like, it's like you'd still be supporting the universe, which is the whole thing. But very smart from that guy. He's the resub Caffey in glass. Oh. I can't say deal. Oh yeah, Khaled's great, man. I just keep going back to this tab because I like looking at Khaled. Things at Prime Ghost. Playing anything tonight? Maybe, maybe not. I haven't decided. There's really nothing I feel like playing tonight. It's time to return to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, no shot. No way I'm getting into yet another MMO. Chat would lose their fucking minds. I play WoW and RuneScape, 2 games that chat always complains about when I stream. 0% chance I go to Final Fantasy 14 as well, unfortunately. Even though I really want to do like a day 1 Ultima raid at the end of the month. Final Fantasy 14 isn't nearly as bad since the story's great. Yeah, chat loves to watch cutscenes because they don't whine about that when a game's too heavy on cutscenes and narrative. Yeah, I'm sure what they really... The reason they don't like World of Warcraft is because there isn't enough cutscenes and dialogue. Is the resub luxurious? You can go for world first on the new Destiny 2 raid? Yep. We will be. And I'm very excited for that one. I love Destiny raids. I don't really like Destiny as like a grind, but man, those raids are fucking amazing. So yeah, we're definitely going world first, Lightfall. Goddamn right. Do people complain about Destiny raids like they do for WoW? No, but it's a very different kind of raid. So that's all FPS, that's all first person. Even if you don't know the game, you can tell what's happening. So that's a little different. That's why people don't really complain when we do Destiny world firsts. But if I do just normal Destiny, people don't like it. I also don't like it. I'm also bored. You ever actually play D2 because you have to get leveled ASAP? No, I'm just going to finish Witch Queen. And then when the Lightfall drops, I'll just... I mean, with every expansion, they pretty much give you what you need to hit the light level you need to be at. So I'll just get the blues, get to the proper light level, then start the grind there for World First Raid, because I think the meta is going to completely shift. They're adding so much, it seems. So it doesn't really seem worth it to dive too deep into it pre-Lightfall. You'll need a lot of the older exotics. You're just speculating, though. No one really knows. And I have been grabbing older stuff, too, just to make sure I have it. But there's just no point in grinding for light level right now. When the new Lightfall, or when Lightfall comes out, it's going to be kind of a clean slate. New LMG is meta from this season? Oh, I saw that. I don't remember what it's called, but I saw it. But it might not be meta in the raid, so we'll see. Do I use a bidet? No. I want to, though. Thanks to the bits of Bungie. Yep, I love all of Khaled's videos. Thanks to Resub Dean. Rockets and Starfire protocol for the foreseeable future. Okay, 2 things I have. Ludwig's bidet. Yeah, swipe. I did play Wolfenstein. It was good. Thanks to resub, bruh, and have a nice day. In the Prime Enigma. New Code Blue has OBJ in it. Oh, were you saying has a BJ in it, like a blowjob, or did you mean an OPHJ? OTPHJ, over the pants hand job. Odell Beckham Jr. That's not what I expected. For the plane, I already saw that clip on Twitter. The Prime free. Happy birthday, Chungy. Of course, I'll play the Dead Space remake. Wizards canceled their OGL announcement. You're talking about the leaks. We can go over that. Again, these are still leaks. I think it was on D&D Beyond. Whose Twitter was it? Where are they? No, it wasn't D&D Beyond. I thought it got posted there. Isn't D&D Beyond owned by Wizards? I think so, yeah, but I thought they posted something there. Or maybe I'm getting things mixed up. Maybe the person that leaked it worked for D&D Beyond? I don't fucking know now. I think it's a tier 1 Salazar. And the resub crazy. It's D&D Shorts that posted it. Oh, it is D&D Shorts that posted it. Yeah, here. Thanks, resub, Brandon. It was this email from a supposed employee that I now see my webcam is blocking some of. But they're providing a little insight. Something brief. They're delaying the rollout of the OGL changes due to the backlash. The decision-making is based entirely on the provable impact to their bottom line. Specifically, they're looking at DDB. That's D&D Beyond. That's where I got fucked up. Looking at DDB subscriptions and cancellations as it's the quickest financial data they currently have, and they're still hoping the community forgets, moves on, and they can push this through. Decided to reach out because of my time at Wizards of the Coast. I've never once heard management refer to customers in a positive manner. Their communication gives me the impression they see customers as obstacles between them and their money. The DDB team was told first to prepare to support the new OGL changes and online portal when they get back from the holidays. Yeah. So, the thing here, the takeaway is they're just looking at DDB subscription cancellations as like the big thing to worry about. So that started a huge movement of people canceling their subscription. Thanks to Resub, Suicide, and Sia. Paizo announced their own OGL. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know that name. Oh, it's Pathfinder, the people behind Pathfinder. Oh, Paizo announces its own gaming license amidst Dungeons & Dragons OGL controversy. I bet they're swooping in to try and steal all of the now disenfranchised D&D fans. That's big brain. That's big brain. I haven't read their new OGL or anything like that, but I can already tell you they are absolutely trying to fucking poach. Rightfully so, they should. Now's the time. Strike while the iron's hot. That's just free real estate for sure. A lot of D&D players are already switching to Pathfinder. Not surprising. Let's watch some spooky, mysterious stuff. We are looking at some spooky, mysterious stuff. It is always so confusing to me, and I can't quite figure it out. The mystery befuddles me on how a company like Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro can possibly make such business-ruining decisions so frequently, and then wonder where it all went wrong. Thanks, Resub Tatona. The bit Swain. Thanks, man. Because money. But they lose money. Like, they had this idea that somehow they'd make money from this. But the reality is, and anyone with any semblance of a brain will tell you that this is just going to lose money. This is a D&D post. These do not blow up on Twitter by any means. Yet, 20k likes, 1.7 million views, and so many people talking about canceling their subscriptions, and a lot of people posting proof that they canceled their DDB subscriptions. They're taking a huge hit. Like, they're not going to make money, and they're certainly not getting new fans from this. They're just going to keep hemorrhaging customers. It's so stupid. Like, it's so dumb. Thanks, Aries. Hey, I'm Brodos. And thanks for the Prime, Marcus. Has Critical Role responded? Not that I've seen. It's so crushing to D&D fans. It absolutely is, but it's also crushing to Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro themselves. Like, the power of their brand is in its name. No one needs the D&D handbooks. They don't need to purchase anything besides, like, the starter guide or something. They don't need anything Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro provides. So by driving them away from the brand, they'll just go anywhere else. Literally anywhere else. Shit, like half of the homebrew third-party, like, custom stuff don't touch anything related to their ballpark, but they play in their house and drive the value of their brand way up, so they do end up getting customers. But now, if there's no longer even that connection whatsoever, they just lose all of that. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. They do use the old OGL. Well, the OGL is just a license, like an open license to make your own shit. I'm talking about they don't buy, 15 5th edition D&D boxes. They're not actively taking Dungeons and Dragons and using that stuff because they need to. They could absolutely just be like, okay, we'll cut ties with anything D&D related and just do our own type. It's very easy. That shit is just free. Thanks, Resub Toboggan. I don't think so, Bungie. Thanks to the Resub Knob and Tier 1 Piglet. But they own the system itself, dice system, spell, mechanics, etc. I don't think they do, though. They can't own... Well, I guess they could, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how deep that goes. So I won't make that claim in full confidence. Wait, holy shit, is that real? Any updates on your lost media? No. No updates. Me and my team have been able to find some more titles and links. I have plenty of titles and links, but the links are all dead. We also found some early references to videos through forums, but we also found someone who might have your videos downloaded through our data hoarders who has 500 terabytes of content between 2006 and 2014. That is our best bet. If you can please get in contact with him, he legitimately might. I really need to fill up my water. I'm super thirsty. Give me 2 seconds, though. Hold on. I'll be right back. Just 2 seconds. Oh, thanks for the 5 gift subs to Boggan. Appreciate it, man. And the resub MRP. Other leads include being in contact with one of the founders of YouTube. That's what I mentioned. YouTube was a place that was supposed to be this catalog of everything from early YouTube, but they took it down. A website that tracked deleted YouTube videos, and he's going to try and send me the metadata, but it's a lot. I sent you a document of all the leads we have down in an email, but I don't know if you got it. I did not. Send it again. Also, if you want to see some of your earliest comments... I don't remember leaving any comments. But yeah, here, let me pull that. Let me get that up so I don't forget. Wouldn't all the comments still be there? Okay. Keep fighting out there. Oh my god, this is like the most optimistic I've been about this ever. If you actually get in touch with YouTube, that was my main lead. But I didn't even know who was behind it besides, like, 2 people from MIT. So between YouTube and that guy that has 500 terabytes of 2006 to 2014 YouTube content, I actually think there's a shot. I would actually go wild. Scam? Well, he's not getting anything out of it. Well, I mean, he's getting 25 grand if he actually recovers all the videos, but it's not like he's asking anything from me. 500 terabytes is still not that much, though, when thinking of all of YouTube. All of YouTube now, that's nothing. But when I was making those videos, you have to remember the number one most... They used to have the tab for most viewed videos of the day, what's being watched right now, and most subscribed. They used to have all those tabs. The most viewed video in a day would have maybe like 1 million views. It wasn't like 500 terabytes from like 2006 to like 2009. That's going to be a lot. Like, there's actually going to be a lot in that net. And I'm hoping that that 500 terabytes doesn't have 0 view videos. Because that would eliminate so much of the bulk. That would give us a much better chance. Also the lower resolution. Yeah. It used to be pretty much only 360p to 480. The 500 terabytes is the most sus thing. Nobody had that much back then. Yeah, I don't know. There's no reason in not being optimistic. It's not like I can get hurt. I already expect to never see those videos again. So, if I never see them again, it's exactly what I'm expecting. Thanks to the resub Rift Tracks, Huckle, Pokemon, Jaston, and the gift sub Swain. No, YouTube doesn't archive everything. At least not back then they didn't. I've already tried getting in contact with YouTube directly to recover them. They don't have it. Thanks to the resub injections and the gift sub. Ocelot. And the resub. Gilly Dove and the Bits Sam. I've seen every single episode of To Catch a Predator. What are you gonna do with the videos if you ever get them back? Oh, we're gonna go over them. I want you guys to see the shit I used to make. Assuming each video is 720p and 10 minutes long, that's 616,000 videos. Okay. So, again, back in like 2006 era YouTube, well, when I was making montages and shit, it was more 2007, 2008, 2009. Back then, the highest quality they even offered you, I'm pretty sure, was 480. I think towards the tail end, though, you could do 720, but it certainly wasn't in the beginning. And the videos I made were at most 3 minutes. It was the length of a song. So, it'd be a lot more than 616,000 videos, because that was the norm back then. YouTube actually didn't even allow you to go above 10 minutes back then. You used to have to be under 10 minutes, and I think you even needed special permission to go up to 9, but I could be misremembering on that part. That's the reason my Sumo Tori video, for example, isn't 10 minutes, because I literally couldn't make it 10 back then. You're probably right, Bungie. Maybe not, but who knows? It was obscure. They were not big bands. I don't remember my Newgrounds account, but I only ever lurked. I never made anything on Newgrounds, so that wouldn't be very exciting. They said it goes till 2014 and YouTube got massive at that point. Yeah, but I'm hoping the bulk of it's going to be pre-2014, like the early 2007, 8, 9. I really only need from 07 to 09. I don't need 2010. I still have access to a lot of those, and a lot of those are still existing online. Those aren't really lost. I need 07 to 09. It's about 500 videos in that chunk. Those are the ones I want back. Those are my montages, my AMVs, that's all of that. Oh yeah, no, I posted so many videos back during that chunk. It is probably right around like 500 videos. From glitches, to montages, to Gears of War 1v1s, to Halo goofy moments, to AMVs, yeah. It's probably right around that 500 video ballpark. Thanks for resub, Fleebo. What's the average view count of your deleted videos? I don't know what the average view count is, but most of them will get like 40, 50, maybe sometimes like 100, 200 views. Occasionally they'd break like 1,000 or 2,000, which is a lot back then. Like that was a ton. So if he really was like cataloging all of YouTube's videos, at least ones that have more than like 0 views, I think there's a good chance some of my shit's in there. I really do. If you have the metadata, you should be able to search by creator. I mean, I have a lot of the dead links on my old student email address. I don't know if that helps, but I can share those links to the guy. I did it on stream before too. I brought up the old dead links, but you can't rebuild it. But if he has everything cataloged, he should be able to immediately find it, which would make it significantly easier. Thanks a Bitsubungi. Is your song released on Spotify? I'd like to show it to my grandmother. Yeah, it is. Have your grandma throw her ass in a circle to it. Thanks a resub, Georgie. One day I'll release the director's cut with all the wildest lines that didn't make it. Thanks to the Prime Bojano. And the resub, no idea. Yeah, I know it, Rachel. It's just not as good. And thanks to the Prime Anus and 5 gift subs Cosmonaut. Thank you for that. There was 13 million hours of video uploaded in 2010 alone, if that gives you an idea. Again, hopefully the focus is mainly 07 to 09 when it was much smaller, which is where all that shit is. Here's a bit Swain. Thoughts on Vinland Saga Season 2 Episode 1? It was good. I didn't like the opening song, though. It was such a step down from Survive Said the Prophet. Unlucky. That's my only complaint. Exit 10 gift sub Swiggy. Thank you for the big drop. Yeah, no, I know the Team Double video is still up there. Who gives a fuck about the song? I do. They had a great intro song. So for Season 2, I was like, damn, can't wait to hear the song they play for this one. It's going to be another banger. And then it was bang. Generic. Unlucky. Thanks, Risa Bros. It would make sense if you use CBD. I'm talking about the music video again, huh? Thanks, Risa Chevalier and the Prime Bistro. I'll never say. When will you announce the next speedrun challenge? I will announce the next speedrun challenge the day after our Summoning Salt video on all of it comes out. Our Summoning Salt style video on Amok Runner comes out. It'll be the next day. So I'm aiming for around 2 weeks. Hopefully we'll hit that mark, but not 100%. Bro, that was brick weed. Yeah, it was poop. It was a big old stack of poop, yeah. Okay, I'll check out that tweet then after stream. Look at the document. It was my belly button lint. Yeah, not far off. Yep, I saw a Comics Explained video on Godslap. It was fantastic. It was super sweet. It's a bit swing. You need to do a remix with Corpse. I don't think he'd really want to. It's a pretty aggressive song. I'll give you... I've teased it enough. There is one line that I keep singing in my head since I already brought it up. It didn't make the final cut, and I'll say it. I'll sing it out loud here, and you'll see why we didn't use it. But my original... Well, not my original. Some of my other lines were just too stupid, like too yucky. So like one of them, for the second verse, I was going to have it be, pee and poop is stinky, she's tugging on my winky, spitting in my mouth cause I like it when she's kinky. And then I was going to go from there into more descriptors, but I started that, and I sent it to Troy, and he's like, just don't even bother going down this line. Or actually, I don't even remember if I sent that one to Troy. I sent him a different one about sucking a fart out of her butt. I think that's the one that he was like, alright, that's probably crossing a line. But I had a ton of those stupid ones cooked up just in case I needed them. Next to Tier 1 Hunter in the resub creddy. Nice Abungi in the bits Alex in the Prime Jack Attack. I'm sure they'll come in handy one day. Yeah, I'm sure I'll use them for something else. Just in case, I've got that fire in the back of my head. Thanks to Prime Hunter. Maybe one day a Bungie with the chat GPT rap. Thanks to the bits, Caitlin. Oh, you're talking about Gavin. I've talked about that. On his show, he shoved a dildo in his ass to prove that he wasn't gay or something. It was fucking awesome. We were talking about that during a Rocket League tournament once. Gavin McInnes, I think that's how you say his last name. I don't really know. But on his show, he shoved this tiny little... Well, it wasn't that tiny. He shoved a dildo in his ass and wiggled it around till it fell out of his butt on his show. And I can't remember if it was to prove he's not gay or is like some kind of like statement against gay people or something. I don't even remember now. But it was wild. That was a wild clip. Bro found advice too. True. Oh yeah, that's right. He found advice. Then the Proud Boys. That clip goes so it goes so hard though. Thanks to the bits, Cosmonaut and Dogs. It might Dogs. Who knows? Is it better than when Blippi shit everywhere? No, Blippi shitting into his friend's ass will always be iconic. But the Gavin dildo and butt scenario was also pretty cool. Still never seen the Blippi video? Yeah, because you don't want to, Aaron. And it makes me sad. I tried to show you guys at the warehouse like 2 months ago. I even pulled it up at harlemshakepoop.com. Unless maybe you weren't there. It's such a good video though. It's from the Harlem Shake era when Blippi still did like shock comedy before he became a kids channel. He was doing a Harlem Shake, and when the drop comes and everyone does the crazy shit, he and his friend were naked and his friend had his ass in the air and Blippi was squatted over a toilet and he blew diarrhea shit into his friend's asshole as they kept dancing. It was amazing. That video was unreal. And now he is the biggest kids content creator on the platform. Which is quite the career pivot. How long ago? I think it was 2013 with the Harlem Shake, right? That's when the Harlem Shake was big. Yeah, you and Germa were walking it towards Chase and I. Yeah, and you just didn't want to watch it for some reason. Thanks to the Prime Tiger and the resub Spider, Joss, and Tier 1 Jad. Bro, we sell Blippi's kids stuff at my work. For what it's worth, I don't think he's still shitting in his friend's ass. Like, I'm sure he kicked that habit years ago. My son likes Blippi. This was a different time period for. This was a whole different ball game back then. Everyone was pooping in butts. Like, you can't even hold it against Blippi, honestly. Thanks to the resub butter snacks. Or do you think Blippi's diarrhea friend is now? That's what we were asking Meat Canyon. Well, that's what Meat Canyon and all of us were talking about on the podcast. Because he took the brunt of it. Like, Blippi is like the alpha in that situation because he's the one projectile shitting into his friend's ass. And his friend's open ass is the one accepting it. Which I have no doubt was probably hazardous to his health. And he didn't even get the fame from it. Like, that guy is, like, he's nowhere. Meanwhile, Blippi's making millions upon millions as one of the biggest creators in the children's space there is. Did I artificially change my voice for filthy? No, it's just making it gravelly. That kind of shit. Thanks to the 5 gift subs, Josh. Appreciate it, man. It wasn't full diarrhea, though, I wouldn't say. It was liquidy, but it wasn't full diarrhea. There was still, like, form chunks to it that hit him in the face. It's semi-solid. Yeah. It's in between solid and liquid. It's its own little state of matter, but not quite plasma. Thanks to Tier 1 breastfed. What do you mean in the face? Well, he's upside down because his ass is positioned over Blippi's ass where they shit. And not all of it goes into his crevice. Some of it, like, drips down his leg. Which also, of course, hits him, like, in the face because he's upside down. A non-Newtonian shit. Yeah, I guess. Kind of like oobleck. I have heard of that, Abungi. Mm-hmm. It's always so fascinating to me how few people remember this. I thought that video was far bigger than it was, apparently. Check the Bristol stool chart. Yeah, let me see if I can pinpoint it on the chart. Cool. Have you seen the video of the guy killing a wasp with ranch? Mm-mm. Thanks the resub pool. Isn't there new medical breakthrough transplanting shit for beneficial bacteria? A turd transplant? I don't know about that. Is that real? Fecal transplantation is a procedure to collect feces, also called stool or poop. I don't even... Oh, this is just breaking the whole thing down. From a healthy donor and introduce them into a patient's gastrointestinal tract. The procedure can control an infection called Clostridium difficile, or C. diff, by adding healthy bacteria into the recipient's intestines. Yeah, I guess it is a thing. It's really important and saves lives. Interesting. Yeah, no, I didn't even hear about this. This is actually brand new. All of the articles here are from 2019 at the earliest. Oh, actually, here's an old PubMed study from 2012. That might have been the first. And even in the world of medical research, that's still pretty new. Interesting. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Dark. Appreciate that. Is that an easy thing to do? Like, to a non-medical professional like me, that feels really easy to just take poop and put it in someone else's butt. Like, as far as, like, medical procedures go, that has to be one of the more simple ones. Probably not safely. Well, yeah, and obviously there's more to it, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure it's not, like, easy. This is interesting. Oh, never mind. I was misreading that. Yeah. Well, that was new. Learned something new about that. Coming from a guy who wants to deliver a baby, that's concerning. I still think that video would go so hard if someone if someone like a hospital agreed to let me be there to deliver someone's actual baby. That'd be nuts. I still think that video is such a good idea. Thanks to Prime Coolin. And the resub Vol. And the Prime Ryan. And the resub T-Frost. No mother would trust you? Well, no hospital would let me. The hospital would be immediately disbanded if they let a completely random person deliver the baby. So I'd have to settle for just like a sideline cheerleader, like, hey, Just give it the old 1-2. I also think that was one of our better ideas too, Aaron. I agree. That one would be fucking awesome. Thanks to Prime Matty G. Don't be a pussy, just get a PhD in medicine and become a doctor. All for the content. What a long play that would be. Thanks to Prime Jacob. Yeah, just say that to a pregnant lady, give it the 1-2. Yeah, I imagine that'd be a high stress situation, and the last thing she'd want is me being there and like trying to calm her down, like, ma'am, you're overreacting. Jesus Christ, can you put a lid on it? Cork it. You're ruining my vlog. Thanks to resub arrow. And the Prime Billy. And the 5 gift subs breastfed. Thank you for that, man. Did you know women? Yeah, I know about the pancreas, or not, Jesus, not pancreas. The placenta eating thing. I know. I'm familiar. Thanks to the resub, Chicken Tindies and Tier 1 Slug. Yeah, we already talked about all the Justin Roiland stuff. You can't just say that and not elaborate. I thought most people already were familiar. Yeah, it's not like the most unusual. I mean, I think it's weird, but it's not like the most uncommon thing in the world. After birth, sometimes the mom asks to keep the placenta and then they eat it. I don't think they like eat it raw, but they like bring it home and cook it. I'm pretty sure I saw a whole documentary on that like years ago. This is the 5 gift subs, Josh. And the gift sub, Kevo. That's fucked up. I mean, I think it's, yeah, I definitely think it's weird, but it's not, again, it's not the most uncommon thing. Is it good? I don't know, I've never eaten placenta. Oh, that might be a cool video. If I can't deliver a baby, can I buy your placenta? And then do a tier list of all the placentas. Oh man, that actually might be a good middle ground. Linda's placenta was an S tier. I could tell she was very well hydrated and maybe even ate some Chili's chicken crispers the night before giving birth. But I've got to tell you, Stacy's D tier. Oof. Repulsive. You would gag in 1 second. I would legitimately never do that. I am way too afraid of like a foodborne illness. Exhibit Squeefus. Oh, that's fucking terrifying, Squeefus. Jesus. It's gross. Thanks to the prime lettuce. And the give sub Cade. Yet you would drink breast milk. I mean, that'd also be very tough for me to do as well. But the idea of a breast milk tier list is just, I think that's such a banger. Thanks to the bits breastfed. Thanks to the resub Mitch. So you'd be ranking from the person who you extracted the breast milk from? Yeah. So again, using the Stacy and Linda example, is Stacy's breast milk as flavorful as Linda's? What tier do they go in? Yeah. That's fucked up. I think it's a great idea for a tier list. Thanks to Prime Solo. You see the woman who got fired from her job and banned from OnlyFans for doing sexual acts with a dog. I talked about that person. I did see all that. Thanks to Tier 1 Nostalgic. She got banned? Apparently she did get banned on OnlyFans. Thanks to the resub Gene. Or Janet. What size moist hoodie should I get? I'm 6'7", 200. Oh, so you're even bigger than Matt. Yeah, you'd probably want like an extra large. Also, the Hoppy Coat's back in stock. This wasn't supposed to be like a hashtag ad, but people have been asking about the Hoppy Coat getting back in stock. That's also in stock again. MoistGlobal.com. Did you ever see The Whale? Not yet. I still haven't had the chance to. I am absolutely going to see it, though. 6'7", 100% bigger than an XL. Matt wears a large, and he's 6'5", and around the same weight. So I would imagine extra large would probably be fine. Can you voice Morty if Justin can't anymore? Yeah, I'm sure I'm towards the top of their list on potential voice talent to take over if Justin's found guilty on everything. Actually, Matt might wear an extra large now that I'm thinking about it. I can't remember. Maybe double XL, and if it's too big, you can grow into it. Maybe you'll hit 6'8" by next year or something, and then it'll fit perfectly. I can't remember if he wears the large or extra large. No, that's the guy who was talking about being 6'7". Oh, Danny's here. It is a large? I thought so. Just got on what's happening with Justin. Oh, he just got charged with domestic violence and false imprisonment. This is actually a case that's been ongoing since 2020, apparently. We already went over it, though. I won't just repeat myself, because I'm sure a lot of people have already heard me go over it. But yeah. Pretty shocking stuff. Did he get found guilty or ongoing? Ongoing. But he was offered a plea deal according to that article we saw, so who knows? If he didn't take the plea deal, he's probably innocent. Well, he hasn't taken or declined it yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. He's out on a 50K bond. Yeah, his bail was set at 50 grand. Thanks to the resub heartbeat. I feel like this shit's always, what's the scariest thing we can charge him with for clicks? They don't get the clicks. Do you think NBC News is the one charging them with crimes? Like charging Roiland with the crimes? Like, they're just reporting on what the charges are. I think DA wants their name in the news as much as any clout chaser. Not saying he didn't do it, but look at that Miller settlement. Sounds like that was overblown. Oh, you're talking about the Ezra Miller stuff? Well, that certainly wasn't for clout, though. Ezra Miller is a fucking menace. How Ezra Miller got off with a slap on the wrist and a $500 fine is one of the biggest injustices I've seen in quite some time. I don't think that has anything to do with them overblowing the charges for the sake of getting clout as a DA. I feel like there's absolutely nothing to be gained as a DA from having internet clout. Yeah, no, Ezra Miller seems to have pled guilty to one of the lesser charges and is facing a $500 fine, and I don't know what else. We'll have to see, but it seems like that's going to be all she wrote on that case, which is crazy. Thanks, resub Storm, Ronan, and Jaden. Do you think you'll moist meter Velma or even watch it? I'm going to watch it. I don't think I'll finish it, so I won't moist meter it, but I will watch it. I don't even know why I'm going to bother putting myself through it, but I am going to. How are we losing Henry Cavill but keeping Ezra Miller? To be fair, Ezra Miller got grandfathered in because that movie they put too much fucking money into to cancel, so they've done everything possible to make sure The Flash comes out. Which sucks. But that's the reality of it. It's a shame. These are resub edible. David Zaslav said they plan on keeping Ezra Miller for future Flash projects. No shot. What? Zaslav has canceled everything ever, but it's gonna keep Ezra Miller for Flash projects? I don't believe that. Where do you say that? I'm gonna look that up myself. That is unreal. The latest I've heard from, or the latest I'm seeing from David Zaslav even commenting on Ezra Miller is August of last year, talking about they're still planning to release the movie. Nothing about Ezra staying as the Flash. So I don't know where you're getting that. That would be rancid. They're working Flash into the future cinematic universe. Well, it doesn't mean that it'll be played by Ezra Miller, though. I mean, shit, that could be me for all we know. I imagine they don't have a plan for who's going to play the Flash post Ezra Miller. I just don't see this movie doing well. I think it's going to be a huge fucking flop because no one likes Ezra Miller. And also, DC movies, like the DCU, was a fucking flop. So I just don't see it doing well either anyway. Warner Bros. Discovery executives reportedly open to Ezra Miller continuing as the Flash. It's from January 4th. I'll take your word for it. Well, at least it's not confirming. But I also see why they'd leave it vague, because they can't just say, yeah, after this movie we're canning Ezra Miller, because then that'd kill even more interest. Thanks for the 5 gift subs again, breastfed. Have they even released a trailer for the Flash movie? Oh my god, there's a season 9 of CW's The Flash. No way. How is this still going?
A lot in 9 years. And I'm very proud of you.
I call it my map book. We can see what's coming before it happens. Iris, you're gonna get pregnant in 3 months. This new speedster wants to build a time machine.
God, CW is something special.
I don't want to know everything that's going to happen. I just want to be able to choose it.
You got a mutiny on your hands.
What do we have to lose?
The whole timeline will be at stake. I need your help to save the world.
Oh, this is the last season of The Flash?
I'll show you.
Done, Barry. Not.
We can do the impossible.
Who is this? Oh, wait.
Let's do this one last time.
The Flash. The final season begins Wednesday, February 8th on CW18.
They just cut 3 different takes into that. The narrator couldn't just do a clean take of this, like, 5 words?
Guys,
what the fuck was that?
The final Flash.
He interrupts
Do
himself.
this one last time.
The Flash. The final season begins Wednesday, February 8th on CW18.
What? How did they fuck that end up? Okay, but yeah, who was it? Was this Captain Boomerang that he's fighting? Where was it? Oh, here it is. He's fighting Captain Boomerang. Wow, this looks like an intense fight scene. Cool. That'll be hype. Power Rangers have better costume design. Well, Power Rangers is actually like good costumes though. It's not like an insult. I love the Power Rangers costumes. Trailers 4 videos down. I always wondered who actually watches these things. This isn't real. This is just a re-upload of this. Like you can even still see it. There's 258 episodes of The Flash. Fucking hate the concept trailer stuff. Yeah. So they still haven't released a trailer for it coming, or I'll rephrase. They still haven't released a new trailer for this coming out. And doesn't it come out in like a couple months? Like a month or two? Oh no, it comes out June. Oh, I don't know why I thought it was sooner. Okay. Never mind then. I thought it was much, much sooner. There's a Prime Red. Yeah, I'm gonna play it when it comes out, breastfed. Am I a Harry Potter fan? I never read the books. I watched the movies and I liked some of them. It was a cool universe, but I wouldn't really say I'm like a Harry Potter fan. But I did like some of the movies for sure. Prisoner of Azkaban was the best one. New Goblet of Fire. What does that mean, New Goblet of Fire? That movie was ass. I did not like Goblet of Fire, but this scene is still so good. This is still awesome.
Did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire, Harry? Dumbledore asked calmly.
Harry! I protest!
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
No, sir.
Yes.
It's so fucking good. But outside of that, this movie was bad. Cool scene, though. Harry Potter movies are not bad. No, I don't think they're like like even Goblet of Fire, even though I didn't like it, I didn't think it was terrible. You want to know the one I did find terrible though? Is the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This will be spoilers, but this movie's old as shit. This whole series is old as shit, so fair warning. Like they do very important character deaths completely off screen. Fucking kill one of the Weasleys off screen. That's so underwhelming. That's so dumb. They could and they killed Mad Eye Moody in 2 seconds, like a 2-second blip. I didn't even know he was fucking dead. I thought he just like crash landed or something. I didn't even know he died. It's fucking dumb. That's part 1. Oh, true, that is part 1. Here, I'll extend it. Deathly Hallows 1 and 2 are bad. That's right, I forgot they did that in part 1. I thought it was at the beginning of part 2. But yeah, point stands. Oh, true. Yeah, they also killed Lupin off screen. Yeah. Super dumb. Super dumb. And it must have been a budget issue. Had to have been. Because that was terrible. That was a fucking terrible ending. Really underwhelming. Mainly just because of the character deaths off screen. Yeah, Secrets of Dumbledore is quite the banger. There's the Resub Village. Those all happen off screen in the books too. Well, I mean, I haven't read the books, so if I did, I'd say it's shit there too. Even if it happened in the books, you can look at it and be like, yeah, this is kind of an underwhelming way to kill a character that a lot of people liked and is also kind of just a genuinely important character. Maybe we shouldn't just do it off screen. You could still make that change in the movie, make it better. Have you seen Sonic Prime? I don't remember. Sounds familiar. Lord of the Ring, Harry Potter, or Star Wars? That's not even a competition. It's Lord of the Rings by a fucking landslide. Even Lord of the Rings bad shit like Rings of Power and The Hobbits, like even those are significantly better than the bad shit of Star Wars. Well, and I guess Harry Potter hasn't had... They've only had like a couple bad movies. But I still much prefer Lord of the Rings. Like, and it's not even close. Rise of the Skywalker is a pretty low bar. That entire sequel trilogy is still one of the worst things that's ever been produced in terms of like a major franchise. That is unforgivable how awful those movies are. Except The Force Awakens, that one I still think is okay at best. But the other two, insalvageable garbage. Thanks, Risa Maxine. And I am not buying one of those. I liked Solo, but that's because it really didn't feel like it was a Star Wars movie. They just told a generic sci-fi plot, hit all of the tropes, and I thought it was fine. Like, I had fun watching Solo. Everyone grilled it for not being Star Wars, but I think that's what made it fun for me, because Star Wars was already going to shit at that time. There's the resub Jorman. I didn't watch any besides the first sequel movie. Okay, that's probably the way to do it, man. There's no reason to watch the others. I don't know why you'd bother. Just a waste of time. They're not even fun to laugh at. Well, that's not true. There is some really fun scenes in there. Like Luke Skywalker milking a titty. And Leia, Superman force flying through space. How much of that milking scene do you think is CG? I'm gonna say none. I think he fucking milked an alien, or at least an animal dressed up as an alien. I think that'd be so. I think that'd be so cool. I know there absolutely is a 0% chance of that, but they probably did something practical where it was like animatronic. So they made the udders and posted that shit up on something. He just fucking milks it raw. Breastfed is the best fed. Nice. Thanks to Prime Bingo and the resub, Josh. No, I actually don't remember that, Corfin. No, probably not that, Bob. It's more of a documentary. Thanks to Prime Popple Dude. You know Nestle doesn't want kids to be breastfed? Yeah, Nestle's one of the most evil companies in the world. It's not even close. There's plenty of good videos on why they're hated. Thanks to Prime Vaybar. And the Bits Swain. Apparently Harry Potter's getting a whole reboot with a whole new cast in 2025. Why? Why are they rebooting it? Fuck is the point of that? Guarantee the movie's gonna be bad? I just guarantee it's not happening. That doesn't make any sense. They've already told the entire story and followed the book. So what, they're just gonna tell the exact same stories again while following the books and previous movies? It doesn't accomplish anything. I don't even think it would make money. Thanks to Prime Shin. I mean, they did the same thing with It, I guess. Not really true, though. It, like the original It movie, was kind of old. So what they did is they just brought it to the modern age. Like, better visual effects, better everything, and then they still did take some creative liberties. Like this, the last Harry Potter movie was like 2012. It's not that old. You literally just said Harry Potter was old. Well, obviously I'm exaggerating. Like when I'm saying it's old, here's spoilers. I think 10 years is probably plenty of time for like a spoiler-free zone. But it's not like old in general. The first one's 20. Oh yeah, Sorcerer's Stone came out in like 2002 or something. But there's just nothing they can really add to it to make it worth. Things Resub don't do much disclosing in the Prime Lonely. I don't think they're gonna do it. I think that's just a rumor. I don't think they're actually gonna reboot Harry Potter in 2025. Thanks for the gift sub Pickle and the resub Skybo. Hey, glad you like it, MRC. If they can remake The Last of Us Part 1, they can remake Harry Potter. It's two different mediums. What do you mean? That doesn't even count. Thanks, Resub Galactic. And the resub Snorky. If they reboot Harry Potter, by the time they get to the last movie, it would be like 20 to 25 year gap between them. But again, there's no point. I don't get the it doesn't do anything good or useful. These are resub Waza. I just don't see it making money. I really don't. I legitimately don't see that turning a profit. Maybe like the first one, but when they get to Chamber of Secrets, people are going to be like, I already know where this goes. And they're always going to be compared to the OG actors. I don't see it happening. But maybe I'm undervaluing what kids will do. Thanks, resub champ. So when do companies care about good or useful? Well, they care when it relies on them making money. You said the same thing about Avatar 2. Well, I didn't say the exact same thing. I said I don't think there's like an Avatar fan base. And I still don't think there was. It's just the spectacle of Avatar 2 was still just a big enough draw for people to go see it. And it being a good movie also helped. I actually liked Avatar 2. I didn't like Avatar 1, but 2 was good. He's a resub Supreme. They're remaking Percy Jackson. I know, man. I auditioned to be in it. They didn't choose me. Of course I know they're remaking Percy Jackson. I love the fan-made trailer of you and Percy Jackson. Oh yeah, that was actually adorable. What was it called? I don't know, I might just come up with this. Damn. Oh yeah, here it is. It's actually so fucking cute. All they did was just like overlay my lines and then put me on Percy Jackson somewhere in here.
Yeah. Whoa.
God, that's so adorable. I would have made such a great Percy Jackson. That would have been so fucking crazy. Have you ever read any of the books? No, I don't even know what it's about. I've never even seen the movies. I don't know shit about Percy Jackson. Did you get accepted for the upcoming Harry Potter? And you're refusing to talk about it for the NDA? No, I wish. One day we're going to have a Morbius situation on our hands where, for some reason, a major Hollywood studio is going to get gaslit into thinking I'm actually a good actor, and they're going to cast me in a major role. And by the time that they realize I'm not a good actor, it's going to be too late. I'm going to be locked in on that contract. It's going to happen one day. I promise. I will land a fucking goddamn superhero role. Because they're going to be convinced when looking me up that I'm actually a good actor with credits in the Hunger Games and everything. There's the Prime Blazer. And the resub creeps. Weren't you offered a role in Free Guy? Oh, that's always so crazy that people actually thought I was being serious with that. That's so adorable. Maybe I am a good actor. Thanks, the resub Leos. And the resub Evwi. If you can learn speedruns, you can learn good acting. I think I'd be fine. I just don't think I could actually carry a movie as a main character. I'd just be like a side guy. Someone not like actually super important but still has a lot of screen time. I could have been that guy in the MCU that the agent, what's his name? Carter Butler? I don't remember. Could have been that guy. Ah, Mr. Fury. Do you need me to hold your dick? Colton, thank you. Yeah, Colton. Oh, it's Coulson. Ah, Coulson. Yes, Coulson, of course. Of course. Probably not Vibar. I can't click links. Three and a half hours of doing nothing. I disagree. We've gone over some very important topics. But I recognize you. You're the guy who only whines when I'm not playing the game you want me to play. Even when I am playing a game, you still do nothing but whine about, like, oh, playing a game? There's no pleasing you. Why don't you just go somewhere else? You come in here just to get mad, no matter what I do. What is the point? You're here, like, every single time. Thanks for the resub, Snake Eyes. Thanks to the Prime Auto. Would you want to see a live-action Injustice movie? Not really. I don't think DC has the talent to pull off anything cool like Injustice. I think the games are fine. I think the games actually do a good job with the story. Here's Resub Doll. You should read the comics. Nah, I probably won't do that. But I think the games are cool. Do I want to see a quick video about potential aliens? Are you the guy that's talking about, like, blowing the lid on the UFOs? Just tell me what it's called, I'll look it up. I'm a big fan of that kind of shit. What is it? Well, like, what's it called so I can look it up? Oh, it's a TikTok account that has it. And this is what, a UFO sighting? Okay, let me see. Oh, okay. It's not a UFO sighting. It's one of the TikTok creators that talk about aliens. I see. So her newest one is about aliens sending radioactive signals, it seems. Yeah, no, not so much into that kind of stuff. More so just like the evidence of like UFOs and shit. Evidence I'm using very generously, but like the UFO videos and shit like that is fun. Thanks to tier 1. Necro and the Resub Phantom and 18% juice. Like UFO sightings are always so good. Yeah, nothing new on this front. Except for that Las Vegas shit, which turned out to just be a reflection, so. Thanks, Resub Cat's Kid. And the Resub Benadryl. And the Prime Hamster. She's a legit scientist. It was a theory because there's a bunch of weird shit on... There's a bunch of weird shit on the planet, and there's a theory that it's a signal. Ah, gotcha. Okay. So a little different from the normal TikTok stuff. Thanks to the Bits Crown. Warhammer 40k animations are always so crazy, yeah. I don't know this one, but they're always so wild. This one looks like straight out of old Halo here. There's like a Halo 2 cutscene. This shit's looking cool. Thanks to the bits again, Vibar. Look up the WoW signal. Already did. That got debunked too, by the way. The WoW signal. Not actual proof of aliens. There was a real explanation for what exactly happened there. No, I know all the big 40k animations, I just don't know this one. It really is just crazy how talented the 40k fan community is. Watch a lore video. Nah, there's too much lore to go over. I'm hoping Henry Cavill's 40k show can actually, like, bring it all into a bite-sized and easy-to-follow line. God, Space Marines will always just be so fucking cool. What is this? It's a 40k fan project. The 40k community does these really high quality animations very often. Warhammer, Overwatch, and Chainsaw Man fandoms go crazy with fan animations. Does Chainsaw Man have good fan animations? I haven't seen any. Followed by getting DMCA'd by Games Workshop. Yeah, it's tragic. Is it Becca? Maybe. God, it's so good. Plane was good. I completely forgot Plane came out. God, I can't believe I forgot. This is really good though. I haven't heard of this channel before. Wait, is this... Oh, wait. Is this the guy who made Astartes? I don't remember what his online handle was before he deleted all of it. No, this is a different guy. So a different guy also got DMCA'd by Games Workshop and forced to delete all of his fan animations. Are you serious? How often have they done this? That's crazy. With like everyone, they're the worst. Man, everyone loves 40k and hates Games Workshop. I see why though. I thought they only did that to Astartes. I didn't know they did that for legitimately every other fan animation. That's so weird. I don't know why you wouldn't want this. This does nothing but help your brand and grow your brand. It's so backwards. Game Workshops hates fan animations because they see it as competition. Competing with who? Themselves? They are giving you an incredibly high quality project to bring new eyes on your IP. And they're doing it for fucking free. Bro, I couldn't fucking pay this guy to do a God Slap animation, let alone him just do one for free. Like, it makes no sense. It's like actually no sense. It's so big for a brand. And I certainly couldn't afford to have someone like the guy who did Astartes. Or this guy. This guy also did something fucking wild. Death of Hope is crazy. I mean, just like, look at the quality of this. Yeah. This is just a fan animation. Mad the fans did it better. Well, do they do it all? Do it at all? Does 40K, like this Games Workshop, have their own official, like, animated projects? Thanks, you said Mason and Worm. Oh, so this guy also got hired. So Sodas was hired, yet had to delete his 40K content, and now he does Titanfall animations. Oh, very active as well. This is from 2 days ago. Doing Halo now. Fuck yeah. God, this reminds me of the old YouTube animations for Halo, like Haloid and shit like that. Fuck, that's nostalgic. This takes a lot of effort. Yeah, no shit. Nice. Well, I'm glad he at least got a job out of it. But having to take down his 40K work is that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Alright, hold on, give me 2 seconds. I want to go pee real quick. That end, you're never gonna get any of those back. I know for a fact those are never gonna be recovered, but I could be wrong. And I'm assuming these are all dead links. Yeah, so then you have a compilation of dead links. I have plenty of dead links, but I just don't think that's gonna do you any good unless you have like a repository of like all of the old content. Then I could give you the link that it used to be so you could find it quicker. Damn, you even... Okay, here's another dead link, but this one's impressive. You found the title. Critical's Unreal Tournament 3 Sniper Montage, all headshots. Nice. Even got some of my Stranglehold content there. Names. No actual videos here. Yeah. You're legitimately, of everything you've said, I think your best bet is the YouTube guy, or the YouTube team, if they still have that data. Or the data hoarder that claims to have 500 terabytes from 06 to whatever. I refuse to believe you used to do AMVs. I did. They weren't very good, but I did do them. No, of course it's not on Wayback Machine. That was the first place I checked. First place everyone checked. No actual deleted videos are on there. The questions document? I didn't see that one. Is it the third one here? Because that one says I need access. Thanks for the bits, bye bar. Oh, thank you for the fat raid. God damn. Welcome aboard. Thanks for that fat raid. Hope you had a great stream, Packy. And thanks to resub Zoomer. You proud of your new music video? Yeah, this shit's so goofy. I love it. Like, it doesn't get sillier than the new song and video. So yeah, absolutely. You ever get anywhere with the AI music video? No. It's not done or anything yet. YouTube compresses old videos to save space so they look like dog shit. Maybe that explains it. That's cool though. You can look at the questions now? Okay. Do you remember the exact date you deleted all your videos? It's in one of my stream VODs. I don't know the exact date because it spanned the course of a few days, but I deleted them in 2010. Did I delete them all in the day or was it spread out? Spread out. Have I kept in contact with anyone I played with back then? Not really. Did I make content with Elmo glitches? No. Did I ever share the content you made with friends you knew in real life? No. Do I remember the exact forums you shared your videos with? GameFAQs. Just GameFAQs. Do you have contact with Pixel Enemy? No. Contact Team Noble? No. Ever go by any other online names? Just Mabo, Insano, and Critical. Did you have an account on Pure Warfare? No. Does the website Up It Gaming mean anything to you? No. Sounds like a crypto scam. Do I know Paramount Gaming? No, but I know they have a re-upload of a couple of the old montages from back in the day. Do you know Dreams No Evil? He was a friend of mine back in Xbox Live era. Do I have links to every YouTube video I deleted? I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them. Thanks to Resub Novas and Leak. Do you know the music you used in the videos you deleted? Fuck no. It's a million songs. Do I have contact with anyone at Gearsopedia? No, they also wouldn't have any of my shit. How many titles do I know? It'd all be in the emails. Can we get a list of every video game featured? It was only Gears of War, Halo, and then I don't really care about the other ones like Stranglehold and all that. If you can get those, that'd be cool, but I don't really care. Mainly just the Halo and VoiceCrack Gears videos. Is this Xbox achievement account yours? Yeah, I never talked on there though. Is this title to a video you made called Warrior Critical Spins for 1 minute? No, I don't know what the fuck that is. Never used Dailymotion, Metacafe, or any of that. Only YouTube. Do you have any accounts confirmed to be XX Killer X Clown X? What does that mean? Who is XX Killer X Clown X? Is he that guy who once left a comment on one of my videos saying that he's watched everything ever? Is that how you found him? Because he left that comment back when I switched from Gears of War to Halo, and he was very supportive. I used to get like 5 or 6 comments, and Killer Clown was just always so sweet. At least I'm assuming. Maybe I'm being gaslit here, but I think that's probably what his name was. There was one guy that used to do that. Is that how you found that guy's name, or who was this guy to you? Heard you mention it in the... Oh, heard you mention it on the podcast. Okay. Do you have Pinocchio 3000 Part 2? No. I also don't care about that either. I'm only looking for the content pre-2010. What was the 10-second glitch video that someone found you mentioned in the Stop Trying to Scam Me video? 10-second glitch video. Oh, it's just the jetpack glitch, which is just on my channel. Thanks, Arisa Maisie. That's not deleted or anything. That's just on my channel. Do I still have access to the friends list you had back on Xbox? No. Have I tried contacting anyone at YouTube? No. At YouTube, yes, and they've point blank told me no, there's no shot they have any of that. How many views were the videos getting? Usually between like 40 and 50. Sometimes up to 100, sometimes 1,000, but those were rare. Did you ever promote your videos on MySpace? No. Did you private your videos and then delete them, or just delete them? Just deleted them. Also, the more I think about it, I don't think privating videos existed back when I deleted them. So I don't think I even had an option besides deleting them. Actually, yeah, you do. You showed during the Oblivion stream. It's not the same friends list from 2007, 8, or 9, though. I played Xbox Live all the way up till like 2015 actively, so I definitely had different friends then. Sleep well, Necro. Do I play League off stream? Oh, of course not. I used to. I used to be a hard addict. Would you pay more than 25k if someone had the videos? I'd be up to negotiate. Yeah, I mean, it's really worth a lot to me. I would really love to get all of that content back. But you have to keep in mind, that's not just for finding like a video. If somehow they recover a single video, that's not like 25 grand. I'd pay for like whatever they think that work was worth. But that'd be for like the whole kit and caboodle. And I just don't think it's possible. Unless YouTube or the data hoarder on Reddit somehow has them. Which I am somewhat optimistic if you get in contact with them. They might. Thanks the resub. Wicked, Gotchi, and the Bits Crown. No, I never liked Sonic AMVs. I always watched Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Bleach AMVs. Thanks the resub, Zephra. God damn. Gohan vs. Cell AMVs went hard. The Future Trunks ones are the ones that actually went hard. And Final Fantasy music videos went hard. Did you make Linkin Park and Lost Prophets AMVs? No, actually, I don't think I ever used Linkin Park or Lost Prophet for AMVs. I use those for montages mainly and other content like that. For AMVs, I used Alexis on Fire and 1,000 Foot Crutch mainly. Thanks to resub. Rushed in the Bits Crown. Probably Future Trunks Crown. Hey, Edgar. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Dopamine. Appreciate that. Are people able to use your music for AMVs? I'd be honored. The system does get tripped when you do that, though, so if you do, you have to like let us know so that way we can whitelist it. But yeah, of course. Yeah, Twitter. Honestly, Christian is the best. Yep, already talked all about the Justin Roiland stuff. We already went over all of it. Oh man. Alright, I'm starting to get tired. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks to Prime Fate. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for resubscribe. New subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Enjoy those emotes. I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Who haven't I tossed you to in a while? Who's streaming? Yeah, I'll toss you to Rex. He's doing Valorant. Alright, see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Thanks to the bits and gears.